In the previous episode, we built our brand new mobile workshop with an attached storage room. It's completely searchable, I love everything about it, and we outfitted it with a bunch of toolboxes. This is the ultimate contraption building cart. And in a pack like this with these sort of limitations, this will take us to the very end of the game. Welcome back, ladies, and gentlemen. I'm Vi, and this is Vi Plays Create. And boy, oh boy, do I absolutely love my new workshop. This has been absolutely awesome. I've been playing around with it a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I got some good use in so I know all the quirks. And previously, this press, it had a copycat panel. Essentially, I had a copycat panel like that so that it would hold back any and all lava that you placed here to smelt with. Or, water, whatever, And that's what the copycat steps here are for as well. They hold back the liquid. You can also use a campfire to smoke and stuff like that, but this actually won't press, which is something I just recently found out. Here, check this out. It won't press when there's a copycat panel here. So the solution for that is to just remove that and replace it with a funnel. These presses will work through funnels, and that will hold back the lava, but yeah, obviously this funnel isn't actually functioning as anything that's going to input or output items, because, that's a fluid tank, but whatever. But yeah, that's one little edit that I've made thus far to this, and I did also have the idea I could just, store the bucket that I'm going to use to smelt things right here. I think I could also do another placard, like right there, with like a water bucket. That would be pretty easy to do. And check this out. Placards? Oh, I have no placards. Oh no, what am I going to do? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to request all the items that it takes to make an item frame, and then I'm going to click the brass sheet, and I'm going to request the brass ingot, and boom. Now I've got everything I need to make this placard. I go over to my press, I go bada bop, it bops it, go back over to the crafting table, we boop bop, 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 and I've got a placard. I freaking love this thing. It's so cool. And now I can just take a water bucket, skadoodle, throw back down here, and boom. Now I've got, if I want to wash something, I wash something. And if I want to smelt something, I smelt something. Oh yeah, I should probably not light myself on fire here. Watch out for that, I guess. And I guess I could also put one here for a campfire, or maybe a haunt campfire, like the soul campfires. I could do that. Oh, I'm out of brass. Well, I can fix that too. Just kidding, I have no zinc. I used my last 2 brass ingots to make placards. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I think I know what I'm going to be doing first thing here. But today I wanted to actually get this thing kind of decorated. Like, I like it. Don't get me wrong. It looks very, complex. It's very fancy. Yeah, so essentially I want to get this thing decorated up. I want to enclose it a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a time lapse because I've got an idea about what this thing could be. Let's go! And no zinc for brass means no zinc for copycat panels. And I started all this and started laying everything out. Realized I don't have enough copycat panels and picked up the contraption because, yeah, we had to go make a bunch of zinc. But here's a nice little cinematic of me running over to where our new location where we're going to leave the mobile workshop is going to be. Ooh. Ah. Oh, you're back. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot. I took down all the water wheels in here because I was having pretty bad frames. Yeah, I don't have the zinc that I need yet, but let's put together a little bit of a couple steam engines here. Oh my god, I don't have very many fluid tanks. I probably should have organized a little bit before I started this episode. And these are going to be pretty low-key steam engines. Essentially, I just want to have some campfires down below here, and I should get about 4,000 stress units out of this, which should be more than enough to run all the stuff that I've got in here. Speed. I need speed. Oh, that makes it slower. Dang it. Okay, is it gonna stay running though? I mean, it seems like it is. I mean, whatever works, I suppose. All right, we have 3,800 stress units, which should be more than enough, I think. I don't know. Hopefully that improves the frames whenever the shaders come back. Okay, now I should be able to connect this up to power right here. Oh. Really? That should give me a couple more thousand stress units. Yeah, we got 4,000 left over now. Whew! What a tangent. Okay, zinc. Oh, look at all the zinc we've got. This is lovely. Nice. Zinc acquired. Throw that into there. And we've got a lot now. I mean, that's not nothing. So now I should be able to make a bunch of these copycat panels. And hopefully we might have enough to encase this entire thing. Let's, Okay, here is the moment of truth. Now, it took me a while to get these together. Essentially, I want to be able to open the sides of this, and it's kind of hard to showcase here, but what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to open the side and have it be completely exposed. Yeah, like so, and then be able to close the side, open the side, obviously it's the same deal. And then whenever I want to be able to pick this up, I want this entire thing to come all together. So I've used some sticker blocks, which if you don't know what a sticker block is, here's the easiest explanation. It's kind of like having a sticky piston. So it's going to stick to this surface here, but only when it's powered. So whenever I want to take this entire contraption with me, I have to toggle these levers on. It's going to make that little stick noise. And then I can assemble this entire thing as a contraption, pick it up, and now I can walk away. Let's take this to an area where we can showcase this a little bit easier. Ooh, we got some leftovers. I'm not going to eat away any of the terrain, right? Okay, cool. So if I go ahead, set down my cart contraption right there. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Open that. I can come into the sides here. I can use whatever I want. I could run this or use it as a workshop. And it's nice and decorated. And now it looks like a shipping container. So I got to redo that. Redo that. And it's funny about this, these are technically still powered, but they just don't know it yet after I set them down as a contraption. It's a little bit of scuff with it, but it seems to be consistently working so far. So now, essentially we can reassemble this as a contraption. Once we get the stickers in place, I can flick that lever. It's going to lift the entire thing, and now I can move it out of the way. I love that, dude. I'm just like, I can't get away from this mobile workshop thing. Like, I want to keep tweaking it and messing with it. I also had another idea, which I think is going to be kind of cool. So if I grab a chain conveyor, what I think I can do is I think I can attach it to the top side of this. If I can get like a gearbox in, and then I can just do like, actually right there, perfect. And then if I grab a gearbox, ooh, I can't see up there anymore. Oh, time to open up my, my workshop here. Depower these. Open that, open that. Now, if I do a gearbox there and flip that, that's all still part of the same contraption. What I can do now is once I get like a larger power source and like chain conveyors running everywhere, I can take a chain conveyor like this. Say we have some girders or something with a little bit of a base. I can do literal power lines throughout the area. And if I grab some chains, I know I have some in one of these toolboxes. Here we go. So if I grab some chains to a chain conveyor like this, I can run it over to my workshop. So like if I connect it to this power source, it's technically not enough. But if I grab these chains, throw in a little bit of a power source, honestly, that works. So now chain from there. And yeah, it's totally going to overstress, but that's okay. It's just kind of a cool idea that I had. Like, so you could even do this workshop without really having the steam generator, like the mobile steam generator. And as long as you have these pylons kind of scattered around your base, you have a way to temporarily attach chain conveyors to your workshop, which I think is kind of cool. Also, whenever this thing overstresses now with these new steam generators I put in, they are, yeah, it totally shuts down the entire system. Yeah, because I've got to do this. There we go. And then once this gets going, there we go. Then I can reattach. We'll get a fully fledged steam generator up and running over somewhere. We'll get like a power source thing, and maybe we can even stick it out in unloaded chunks so it's not lagging us out. And then we'll just run some chain conveyors over from there. But yeah, that is like another cool idea that I had that I was like, oh man, there's just so many tweaks, so many little things that we can do to add to this. And just, you know, it's just like for someone who like me, who likes to spread their base out a lot, like I don't like having a cluster of buildings or anything like that. This mobile workshop is kind of perfect. But like, I really like the way this looks. There's one more thing though. There's definitely one more thing that we got to do before we like call this like done. It's a bit of a callback to the last create series that I did, but I think if I do a little bit of a shape here, is that centered? Is this me being self-obsessed that I have to put my name on everything? I kind of love it, you know. I'll see if I can pull up some screenshots of my I had like an old like oil rig that I had off in the ocean somewhere, and it was holding a shipping container, and it looks fairly similar. I'm pretty sure that one was quite a bit bigger, but yeah, I love this, dude. This looks so cool. And there's a couple details actually I can add to the outside of these doors while I'm thinking about this. The bracket. I think that's how I decorated the last time. And on this end down here, I'm pretty sure I can't place anything because it would be like a block off, you know, because it's like, it's just too far away. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. But I like it. I don't know. I think maybe we should do one more bracket there. And one more bracket there. I think that looks pretty cool. We can still get around on the inside in here. I was going to make it 3 wide initially, but I just kind of like it better that it's a little bit of space to move and stuff like that. I want to get this area cleared out down here. I want to like open this up quite a bit more so that we can park the mobile storage room here anytime we need to use it. Wow, we're going to have to get working on better power source soon because I would really like to not have to like start this up every time I need it. Being able to just connect it to a chain conveyor would be pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I know I raised the speed of this quite a bit. Yeah, if I bring this back down to 96, which is what I think it's supposed to be, and then I connect it to a chain conveyor, that would definitely overstress it, right? Probably. What? What? Oh no, this is actually... Ooh. It's going to feed the blaze burners. To be honest though, if I'm making charcoal automatically, which is what we're going to do today, that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter at all because we'll have infinite fuel and I just have to refill this every once in a while. Speaking of charcoal, how are we doing? Yeah, we got plenty. That's so cool. Wait, if I keep this at a reasonable speed, like 96, this all still functions. That's so cool. And then to pick it up, I guess the only thing I'd really have to do is just remove this. That is so cool. I don't know. Am I just a nerd about like mobile storage tech? Is that just what I am now? I think it's dope. Oh, and you can even see the vibe from the inside. I actually kind of like that. Except now it's backward. It's IV or 4, depending on whether or not you're Roman. God, I'm so happy with this thing. Okay, we got to move on with the video. Oh my God, there's items on the ground up here. Why? Oh, jeez. Shoot. I don't have... Yep, there's no water bucket in the hotbar. Well, that was, get your heart pumping a little bit there, huh? I was like, I wonder why there's mob drops up here. Yeah, probably because there's a plane that comes by and kills them every few minutes. Bada bing. Mobile storage room. It's so cool. Mobile workshop, I mean. I don't know why I keep calling it a storage room. Probably because I've been calling my other one a storage room for like a year. Oh, I love how with the shaders, it doesn't get that weird like shadowy thing. It looks so much better. It like actually looks like a real airplane. I do wish the fans would move though. That's like my one gripe. Like I don't need them to work. I just want them to move. Oh yeah, and I should probably mention we have the shaders off. Well, we don't have them off. Technically, they're not really working right now. For some reason, the shader packs have just stopped working. I don't know if that's an Iris thing or if it's going to be like the specific shader packs thing. I went ahead and deleted all of them at risk of, you know, losing all my settings, which I love dearly. I spent a lot of time on them, but I deleted them all and then re-downloaded them and they still don't work. So I really have no idea why. Ooh. I didn't realize the plane still did that. I thought I'd give it enough space, but we can reorient some train tracks downstairs and fix that, I think. I digress. Now it's time, I think, to sort and process some of the tree farm goods. And it's a good thing that we set up this process the other day because now we have so much cardboard. And I'm pretty sure you need, never mind, you don't need cardboard for FROGPORTs. I thought you needed them for FROGPORTs. I was going to do like a big announcement about how I was like, oh yeah, I'm finally diving into FROGPORTs. I have no idea how they work. Let's figure it out. turns out I just need iron and wood, which I suppose I have. So that's pretty neat. I don't know. This really just took the wind out of my sails. I got to figure this out now. Yeah, we don't need cardboard for frog ports, but we do need them for packagers. And I did set this up a little bit ago. Essentially, I can just go into here and I can search up anything that I would need out of this. And it's going to spit whatever items I pull into this depot right here, which is a nice little thing to have if I ever want to grab a bunch of jungle logs or whatever. Wow, we are not getting very much wheat, are we? Well, that's what I was going to talk about next. We do need, for frog ports, we do need slime. So we could do a bit of a slime farm over here. Slime farm would be pretty involved because not only do I need wheat, or rather milled wheat, but we also need lime dye. And there's a few different ways we can do that. In the previous episode, we had that guy come by and give us a bunch of coral blocks, including the coral blocks that I've already gotten. Whenever I was hunting for saplings way back when, I went and grabbed a bunch of coral blocks. So we could definitely do a shifting floor pickle generator, potentially. Or maybe we could just have something that harvests them like a minecart contraption. That would be kind of cool. Let's make a create moddy, huh? And then just smelt those directly into lime or mill them maybe. I like that idea. All right, I think before I pop into a creative test world to see if I can throw together a bit of a pickle farm, I'm gonna roll a few clips from when I fixed my tree farm using some tech that I learned about in the comments. Thanks so much for that comment, by the way. It totally helped me out. All right. It's me, Vi, from the past. Woo! Now, whenever I first built this tree farm, I actually got some feedback from some comments that stated that if I put a schematic of the area where I'm going to grow trees and place that schematic in the deployers of the airplane actually will only plant saplings in the schematic where I've specified those saplings to be placed. So that's what I've done here. I divided this area up into a bunch of different segments. I would fill it out completely, but with the growth pattern of some of these trees' leaves, I didn't want to risk it. So we've got dark oak here in the corner, jungle there, some spruce 2x2s here. This entire row is all going to be oak. I did only do one row up where we're going to be running into these two trees that have less leaves. I've got cherry saplings here, birch saplings here, and then all along here I spaced out a bunch of acacia. And so now I think the only thing I have to do is to grab a schematic in Quill, grab that corner and this corner, and I believe that's all I got to do. Now I just got to name it. I'm going to save that as a sapling layout. I just have to get a bunch of these schematics, upload this file to them, and then I have to lay them out and select the position where I need them to be. Grab my schematic table right here, sapling layout, and then I can just go ahead and start uploading these. All right, so I've got 9, 10, 11, 12 of these, and then I think I just have to go up here and position them all, and I've never actually done this before. I've never even really tested this. I don't know. It kind of seems like this is how it should work, you know? But if I get like right up here in the center, boom, right there actually. Now I just have to position all of these, and I believe that is all I got to do. That is all of them selected. And yeah, now all I have to do is add the deployers back to the plane and place these schematics into those deployers. Okay, so I just realized I wasn't recording. Essentially, I did a few things over here. I blocked any and all offloading of dark oak saplings with this list filter here. If I grab that, I can show it like this. I have this dark oak sapling here, and I have a deny. And since I put that in the thing that is pulling the items from the airplane, it's actually going to allow me to not offload dark oak saplings. And I did go ahead and throw some in the barrel that's exposed on the actual airplane. So it should always keep the dark oak saplings on it. Technically, that means that someday it might actually fill up completely with dark oak saplings, but that would be probably 1,000 years from now. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. We just don't get enough saplings back from what's over there. In fact, we still might run out of saplings. But all the rest of them seem to be performing just fine. And I did go ahead and move my go-kart over here. Oh, I called it my go-kart. Go-kart 2.0. I like calling this my go-kart. It just makes sense. Jumping back to the present. Okay, so this is the pickle farm that I came up with. I did a lot of different iterations trying to figure out how to get bone meal to this thing because it's never really going to grow new pickles without bone meal. So I did a bunch of different iterations. I pretty much scrapped all of them. They're very bulky and like they need a lot of height variation. So we decided to just wing it. Okay, so I went ahead and laid out a bunch of these chain conveyors. Essentially, I wanted to attach up to the power that we have over there. And these are going pretty quick because what I think I'm going to end up doing is instead of dumping all of these items into a single vault, I think that's a bad idea, to be honest. I think I want to have frog ports sort, organize, and process these. So I think that's the move I'm going to go with. And in order to get things around, I figured I might as well have some chain conveyors. But yeah, so we're going to be moving things around with frog ports and packages and stuff like that. And so now I think I'm going to bulk craft a bunch of frog ports. Oh, wait, never mind. We have to start with slime. Right. That thing that failed. Whatever. I mean, it did work, but it was like so bulky. I just decided to scrap it. And this is going to be a little bit mismatched because I only have a bunch of various items. Oh, wait. And you know what I just realized? I've got these chain conveyors run everywhere. I can hook this up to chain conveyors. Wait a minute. That's so cool. Mobile storage room for the win. So we have a little bit of a radial farm here. We have a dispenser set up so I can actually hit this with bone meal whenever it gets bone meal with the little clock that we got right here. And this thing should never replace itself, meaning it's never going to destroy that coral block there, hopefully. And now we just need to supply this with some bone meal, which with the most of the other drops coming over here, I think I might actually swap this sides. Yeah, and now I think I just need to supply this with bone meal, which should be pretty easy because all I have to do is take these items, send them through a composter, and then send it on up over there. So if I just grab a bunch of item drains, I can set up like a supply line for this. Now all I got to do is get bone meal up to here, which like, I don't really know how frog ports work, but I assume they're going to make my life a lot easier in that regard. Just moving items around, I think is just going to be a lot simpler. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. I think I want to get a threshold switch on this to make sure that I'm not losing all of my kelp. I think if I dip below 1,000, I'm going to probably depower that, and then this whole thing is going to shut off. But threshold switch should be relatively easy. Now, I want to grab one of these, set the filter to that. We'll say like 500. Then we're going to invert that. And if we dip below 450, we're at or above 500, so it's going to depower. Okay, cool. Once that dips down below 500 kelp, though, we will stop processing these, and yeah, I don't know. As the thing that I have the most of and the thing that grows fastest, kelp just kind of seems like the natural conclusion as to what to bone meal. I was going to try and pull wheat dough from here and use that for bone meal, because bread is kind of an awesome bone meal source, but I think it's fine. And that, I think, is a passive slime farm completely done. Using a contraption as an item elevator is just kind of my favorite. I just love it. It's so awesome. Is there a better way to do this farm? Probably, but I like it. I don't know. I think it works kind of cool. Oh, that depowers the packager. That's a problem. Yeah, and now that we dip below 500 kelp, boom. I think that works pretty nicely. I'm cool with that. Now, I think what I want to do is I want to... Obviously, we have to hook up the wheat over to here, so we have to be able to send the wheat over here somehow. Okay, now, over here, we've stopped producing because I think we're out of wheat, which is the next problem we got to tackle. Essentially, we have to take all the wheat that we get out of here, and we have to send it over there. So for that, I think I'm going to just use packagers. And, ooh, I forgot I got a bunch of dough. I made all that manually. Nice. Now I can do this. I have so much slime already. Let's go. Grab a bunch of this, make a bunch of cardboard blocks. I need a bunch of iron, a bunch of redstone. And now I can make a bunch of packagers. I think what I can do here is I can face that into that. And then if I make some frog ports here, the first frog ports. Froggy. I love it. Okay, now I think what I can do is I think I can hook up one of these guys, like a chain conveyor, over to there. And I think I can package the wheat here, send it over to there, and then, yeah, that's where we're going to be processing it all. So Hopefully this isn't too far to reach over there. Nice. I get one packager facing into here with the FROGPORT. Yeah, we're gonna connect this guy here. Okay, we're gonna name this one. We're determining so many things here. This is kind of scary. Like, I think I'm gonna call these I's and O's, like for like inputs and outputs. So we're gonna call this wheat in, and then we'll do a wheat out there. And I don't know how to send it to this guy, but I think we can figure that out. Okay, so I can do send there. Too far away. Can I send to there? Can connect. Okay, we're only sending packages. Okay, so wheat out. And is this where I specify what I'm putting in here? Like, does this filter for me? How do I filter for only wheat? Is that a thing I can do? Time to ponder. Oh. Do I literally just put a sign on it? Okay, so I can send items to wheat input by just putting a sign here, I think. It needs power, obviously. Problem though, I still have not filtered this. So I think I might have to filter with the belt here. I might have to filter this. Yeah, so I think all of this has got to go. I don't really know how many items we're getting in here, but I think if I just do this, essentially all I got to do is filter these, and then I can do packagers on top. Filter for wheat here. Gearbox there. That shouldn't have everything going in the correct direction. Oh wait, I could just do a list filter. I can do all the logs into one. So we'll do oak, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak. Oh, I don't really have mangrove set up yet. And cherry, meaning that all of our logs are going to go here. But for now, what I think I can do is, since I'm only taking in wheat right here, assign this FROGPORT. I'll put one right there. We'll put the FROGPORT here. We're going to name this one Wheato. Grab my sign, Weedy. And now, I think if I give this power, it will automatically send over to Weedy. I have nothing to test that. Do I still have the wheat on me? I do. Okay, so let's try this. Let's just see what happens. Was it going too fast? Did it even make it into the... It went into here. Why? Because that's powered. That's why. I'm an idiot. Ooh, I did not think this through. I can't have these side by side, can I? How would I power this? Unless I put the signs on this side. Yeah, we can do levers over here, and then signs can go here. And then if I throw that there... It's sent! It's sent! Hungry hoppers! And it's already processing the wheat! FROGPORTs! This is so cool! That is a slime farm complete, and we now have filtered wheat heading on over to where we're going to be processing it. For now, all of our logs are going to stay here. And then I think we just have to grab the other items that we're pulling in. I think poisonous potatoes can probably just get burned. We'll just have this extend off into like a lava source or a fire or something, and then we'll just burn whatever the excess is. So I don't have to worry about poisonous potatoes. Just leave that package right there. I want his face to be facing this way. Rotate toward me, dang it. Aha! I love it. Since I know kelp is going to be needed over here to create bone meal, I could probably package those together and send it with wheat in, or send it to wheat in. I think that's a good idea. So then those two. Because now if I go like that, it's going to send it on its way. Beautiful. And I'm kind of wondering, could I stick a packager on top of that? Or a vault or something? And then just have it automatically send, woo, with a packager right here. So I do packager here. We grab the items from there. And then I can go bop on top. Let's name you... compost. I want this to be specific because if I'm composting things elsewhere, yeah. So we'll do compost slime. And then if I set up something else over there where we can collect all the excess, like the things that we're not going to be using yet, things that I can alter down the line. So like if I want to be able to compost other stuff, I can. Like beetroot. I'm not going to be using beetroot anytime soon. We will take a list filter. We're going to set it up with potatoes, wheat seeds, apples I kind of want to keep, beetroots. Do cocoa beans compost? Oh yeah. So for now I can send cocoa beans into here. And then we'll do another frog port there. This one's going to be called, I think I'm going to actually call these send and receive instead of ins and outs. Because like there's an in and out of a lot of these things. So send, compost slime, send. And then if I get a sign, we do compost slime receive. Copy that. I think that should work. Now if I dump. Now he just needs power, I think. Oh, cool. I love frogs. This is so cool. Now, I definitely want to be storing sugarcane. Definitely want to be storing apples. Definitely want to be storing netherwort. Is that all of it? No way, that's all of it, right? Sticks. Sticks might become an issue. Ooh, beetroot seeds as well. Wait, did I put beetroot seeds in the compost pile? I love everything about this. This is so cool. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Okay. Apples. Netherwort. Beetroot. Oh my god, I love it. And then sticks. I think sticks is going to be like its own separate thing. Okay, so then sticks are going to go here. And then for now, we'll let them filter in. But we might have to set up some sort of like system for these. I want to keep them because they're very useful, but yeah. Stick, 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 stick. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and give myself enough space here to do all three of these. And then to make these look pretty, I think we'll go down the line and like give these some support right here. So now it looks like those are supported. We got plenty of storage inside of them. This is exciting, dude. This is cool. Not necessarily as a destination name, just so I can remember what the heck that filter is. Dude, this is cool. We're getting organized. Oh, saplings. I didn't even think about saplings because those have all been processed into cardboard already. We're going to have a separate cardboard station, but that doesn't even have to be there anymore. We can move that elsewhere. We'll do that with a list filter. All the sapling types. Saplings there, that there. There's no way that reaches, right? Idea time. Throw a vault right there so that the packager can actually output the items. And then we do right here. I'm thinking and rethinking all these naming parameters for these things, but I don't know. We can call it that, I think. Now this can also accept bamboo, and I can go ahead and start planting some bamboo over there at the tree farm. And for now, we'll send them into there, and then we'll process them into that. Actually, bamboo might become the only process, and we might actually take the saplings and start bone mealing them, because bamboo is so fast. I'm not really sure it makes sense to do it any other way. So now if we get a frog port here, we'll grab a lever, frog port. Okay, so now I go ahead and throw these in here. They do in fact have a destination, and they will make it there. And it's already making it. Beautiful. That has made that so much more compact. Oh my gosh! The factory, it's coming together. Also, why are you in front of the door? Can I? Oh man. Now I think the frog ports belong in this white toolbox here, so let's go ahead and stick these in there. Now I readily have access. And yeah, I didn't really get to fuel today, but we've gotten so much done, and I haven't even edited this last segment down into the video, so who knows where we're at for time. But I assume I can leave it here. We've gotten a lot done. We'll do fuel in the next episode. I want to get charcoal going and make sure we're keeping up enough charcoal so that I can power my mobile storage room if need be. Although I'm not gonna lie, this chain conveyor thing makes everything very convenient. But yeah, I appreciate you so much for watching. If you like the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. We're learning. We're learning. I can feel my brain growing. We'll look like Megamind here in a minute.